We often think about our friends and what we would do for them. Because we love our friends, we always want them to have a good life, and they want us to have a good life too. But there comes a situation regarding money that I want to talk with you about today that can really affect the value of your friendship. And that comes from Proverbs 6. My son, if you have become surety for your friend, if you become surety for your friend, if you have shaken hands in pledge for a stranger, you are snared by the words of your own mouth. You are taken by the words of your mouth. Then it goes on and tells you what to do. But let's take a look at this, okay? The first thing is if you become surety for your friend. Now, this wouldn't be mentioned in Proverbs if it weren't something that happens very often. This is something that happens probably every day among people, but we don't know about it because the world is so large. What I want you to do is consider the effect of being surety for your friend. What happens in this situation? Say a friend will come to you and ask you to co-sign for a contract on a new car, say, for example. Well, what the co-signing does, it puts you in a position of having to pay in case your friend defaults. Well, this all seems okay at first until your friend runs into some trouble and can't pay for the car. At that point, he has the car and you have the debt. And there's no escape from it because you willingly told the company that you would pay for it. Now, this complicates the matter because your friend likes you, but as soon as you co-sign, your friend has no more what we call skin in the game. Your friend is off scot-free and can enjoy that car. Now, your friend is a very honest person, I know. But what happens if your friend loses a job or comes into some financial difficulty that they can't really pay off that debt? Well, at this point, you're on the hook, right? And this puts you in that position of having to pay for your friend as they use the car. Now, the best thing to do is to avoid being surety for that friend, for a relative even. Let me tell you a little story. I know of a man and his son, and the son couldn't buy a car because he didn't have a good enough job, but he wanted a car. He was 16 years old in high school, and he could use it to get to school and to do other things. Well, the son asked the mother to talk to the father and convince him to become surety for the son's debt on the car. Well, the father didn't want to at first, but eventually, they say the man is the head of the house, but the woman is the neck. The neck turns the head. So the wife convinced the husband to become surety. And she said, I'm going to be paying for this, and so you don't have anything to worry about. So what happened was the boy got the car. In fact, the father helped him find the very car. It was a nice sports car. And the boy, after about a few months, defaulted on the payments and it came back to the father. Well, the father asked what's going on, and the mother had stopped paying and left the husband on the hook. At that time, the husband and the wife, they weren't in a very good relationship, and this caused the husband to also have trouble because given the fact that the wife said she was going to pay for this, he didn't have the money himself because of so many bills for his house. There was a lot of trouble. So the father asked the boy back for the car back, but the boy didn't want to give it to him. And so the father had to find a way to get the car back, and it really hurt their relationship. So this might not happen in every situation, but what this proverb does is it wants to protect you from all kinds of problems that could happen by becoming surety for your friend. Moreover, when you lend to your friend, you make him not into a friend, but into a servant. Why do I say that? Because the Bible also says that the borrower is servant to the lender. If you want your friend to become a servant, then you can go ahead and lend. But if you want to keep your friendship, if you have the money that the person needs, give it to them. Just give it and say, hey, this is our friendship. I'm happy to help you. If it's too much that he's asking or she's asking, give them what you can afford and just say, it's yours. I'm happy to give it to you. But remember that if you lend to your friend, then you're putting yourself in a position of, if the friend defaults and doesn't pay, you've lost your friend. And when you lend to your friend, every time they see you, they're going to remember that you lent money to them and they are owing to you. What's that going to do to your friendship? It's not going to help it. So I encourage you today to be sound in your financial thinking, in your relational thinking, and keep doing the right thing. I'm AJ, happy to talk with you today. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.